What up, folks? Alright, I know I posted earlier that I give a little walk around of the wife's bike, the new bike. New-ish, new. Well, it is new. So here it is. 2017 Kawasaki Vulcan S Café with ABS. Everybody knows around here it's a gloomy day. It's supposed to be raining, so the lighting's like way crazy. I think it just adjusted itself. That's a lot better. There's a good view of it with the light. A little bit of that looks pretty good. So, a little bit about this bike. It's 650cc parallel twin, not a V twin. It is still a twin. 650cc parallel twin. We'll call it a sport cruiser. And hold on, I'm looking for it. There it is. Looking for a part here. And it shares the same engine, just obviously tuned a little bit differently, as the Ninja 650 and the Versus. I think the Versus is more like a dual sport. I think I'm not 100%. But yeah, they share the same motor. This is the Café. It has the ABS. Really, the only reason they call it the Café is pretty much the paint job, the stripe, the white stripe, and the fairing. We'll call it a windscreen on the front, small windscreen on the front, which is very similar. That I noticed, it's similar in shape to the Buell, which we still have. And don't ignore that in the corner. Just ignore that. It's not mine, so just ignore it. But yes, Kawasaki takes, whatever. They consider this bike a bike for everybody. Now, when they mean everybody, they literally mean just about anybody can ride this bike. Yes, it is a 650. It's considered almost still at 650cc an entry-level bike. So, but the cool thing, the really, really cool thing about this bike is Kawasaki has this thing they call Ergo Fit. So what the Ergo Fit does is it allows people of different heights and leg lengths and everything to ride this bike comfortably. So for example, they have 3 different seats. They have what they call a reduced reach seat, which this is right here. They have a reduced reach seat because you see how big. This is what they call the bolster. They say this is a little bit farther forward and it's a little bit thinner up here than the regular seat, which probably comes back about right here. And then they have an extended reach for those long leg folks, to bring their butt back a little bit more. Also, the shifter and the brake move, but I'm going to do the shifter side because this is the most prominent. So you'll see the big difference. This is the reduced reach. This is the reduced reach. What's on here is the reduced reach right now. What I have in my hand is the regular stock, the regular reach. We'll say normal reach. You can see between the two shift rods, there's about an inch difference. So when I purchased the bike, this is what it came with. This is the one they put on for free, and we swapped out the seat at no cost. Also, there are 2 different handlebars. They have a normal reach, reduced reach, and extended reach handlebars. These are the reduced reach handlebars. So this whole entire bike is set up for somebody. Excuse me. Whew, breakfast. Oh man. This whole entire bike is really set up for somebody comfortably, pretty much 5 foot with regular legs. Everybody knows Soraya's got short legs. And I'd say about 5 foot to about 5'5", and then you start getting into the regular reach, and then of course the extended reach is going to push you back. It's up. They say people up to 6 feet, 6'2", comfortably. And I've ridden this bike. I test rode the regular reach, and I could understand that. Now my legs do sit a little bit higher up on the tank now, my knees and everything like that, but still, I could ride this bike as it's set up for short distances. Not that far, nothing crazy. Oh, it's raining. So, I mean, I think Kawasaki nailed it. I think they nailed it with this bike. It's a very, very nice, comfortable platform. Also, the adjustable shock, just like sitting on the side, same as the Ninja 650. I'm not sure about the Versus. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person. It is obviously liquid cooled. It's very quiet. That was one of the first things Soraya noticed about it, other than, as compared to the Buell being, an 18-year-old, 17-year-old bike at this point. It's very, very quiet. Almost too quiet. I'm going to start it up later here in a few minutes, but it's very, very quiet. And it isn't necessarily a bad thing. But we will be doing a Two Brothers exhaust, because this thing down here apparently weighs like 20 pounds. So we're getting rid of that. We'll be doing a Two Brothers exhaust and a Power Commander on this before next season starts. We're not really in a rush to do it now because we got some other things we're trying to take care of. But the paint, people have really complimented Soraya on this bike as she's been riding it. She said a guy stopped her at a gas station and was like, "Wow, that's your bike?" And she was like, "Well, yeah." He was like, he was more impressed. I don't know if he was more impressed with the bike or more impressed that a woman was riding the bike. I don't really see, I've seen guys on YouTube and stuff like that, they ride this. Me personally, I would ride this bike if I was just living in a city or had a commuter, more of a commuter type bike. This would be ideal for me because Honda really doesn't, the Shadow, they don't have anything this advanced. The Shadow Phantom would probably be the best Honda product. That's a 750. But if it was more sportier like this, I would have considered it as an early, had I been in that position, early starter bike. But yeah, this thing is cool, man. It rocks out. It's nice. Let's turn it on for you. So you see how everything lights up. It's nice. It's blue. Let's give you a good look. Got the gas gauge on the bottom, the shift indicator, clock. It even does, wrong button, let's see, miles, trip, what's that one, miles per gallon? Yeah, miles per gallon US. And it does a range also. There it is. So it gives you a gas range. There's not too many bikes. There's not even too many cars that do that. And here I'm getting this, and you see the ABS light, and obviously the engine light's on until I start it up. But I'm going to give you a look at what I did with the headlight last week. You might be able to barely see it. But I put a little blue LED in there up top, because Cowies had this little, we'll call it a parking light. That's what I'll call it. That was a cool little parking light. It was white. I liked it. It was okay. It was cool. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to try and make this bike more hers. Different than any other one out there. Obviously, the color being what Kawasaki calls gray, white with the red and the red stripe and the red stripe on the wheels. The Café look with the little tiny stripe on the side of the radiator shroud. It was different, and I liked it. And I really thought she would dig it. And she does. And she really digs it. She really, really enjoys this bike. The first weekend we had it, we took it down to North Carolina, and she put 300 miles on it. That was during the week of the weekend of the eclipse. So 2 days, 2 days of riding, roughly about 300 miles. And I was like, wow, really? We did some riding. We really, and she was comfortable. She didn't complain. Her legs were a little straighter than I would have liked, but it's okay. It worked out. She could have stayed with the regular reach on everything, but like I said, I wanted to make this, the reason why I got this bike is because I knew she could fit on it, and I wanted to make it as comfortable as I possibly could for her. And I think I achieved that goal 100%. You know, this bike weighs, I believe, roughly about 400 pounds, I think. And the Harley 883 low is almost 600 pounds. So I did a lot of research before I decided to do it, and I really wasn't comfortable with putting her on a big, not a big, but you know, seat height. She would have been fine and everything, but I didn't want to give her a bike that heavy yet. The CCs wouldn't have been an issue. She's experienced enough as a rider that she could almost, if she can get on the bike and reach all the controls, she can ride the bike. She can't reach the controls on my Fury, so she'll never, I won't say never, but she won't be able to easily ride that bike. Could she ride it? Sure. Could she ride a Busa? Absolutely. If I wanted to lower a Busa that much for her to get on it safely and comfortably, could she ride it? Yes, absolutely. 100% confident in that. 100%. You know, hell, we could still get one. You just never know. It just might show up. Not really, but who knows? But yeah, this little thing is cool. I already swapped out the headlight. All right, I'll go ahead and start it up for you. Like I said, it's very, very quiet for a bike. We're really going to change that. I did change the headlight out to a nice bright LED headlight, and it works. I've ridden it, you know, just around the block at night, and it's nice and bright. You know, like I said, this little package that Kawasaki has to offer it really impressed me. I really like the bike. So I knew she would be at least comfortable with it and would probably like it a lot too. So yeah, there it is. The 2017 Kawasaki Vulcan S Café. It's literally the hardest color you can get a hold of, and it was the high-end model, the highest model they had with the ABS. Got to be safe on the road, folks. It's got to be safe on the road. But yeah, I promised a little walk around. Like I said, this thing is stupid quiet, so there's really no point. Oh, let's give it to you. So, it is what it is. Until we get the, is that the high beam? No, that's not the high beam. That's the high beam. Okay. Well, until we actually get the Two Brothers exhaust on it, I'll do another review, you know, as we do swap things out and stuff like that. So you know how I do. I don't keep shit the same. You know, my Fury is staying the same because there's ain't shit. There's not much I can do with that bike, because I mean, look at that thing. I love that bike just the way it is. I bought it, and I was going to dump money into it just to make it look how it is, but hell, the only thing I added to it was the sissy bar. I do have a few tricks up my sleeve that I won't discuss in this video, so yeah, there you go. Gotta come up with a name for it. Because there's Morpheus, there's Thumper, and of course my bike is named Trinity. So yeah, you gotta come up with a name for it. I don't know. I just don't know. And see, it's nice and warm now. It's idling down. So just listen. so quiet compared to this beast over here to my right. Good lord. I rode my Fury around the other day without even music or anything, or half helmet that I wear now. And I was like, oh man, that thing's loud. Oh yeah, here's another thing. It comes with, along with a lot of bikes these days, they come with adjustable levers, which is really cool. They really made this bike so anybody could almost get on it. Hell, Neela could almost ride this damn thing. Well, she probably will be able to in a couple of years, as tall as she really is. So there you go. There's your review. There's the bike. There's the rain. There's my truck, which I still love to this day. There are all the bikes in my garage and Neela's bike that she named Cutie Mark. So there's everything we own almost with 2 wheels. At least 2 wheels. At least 2 wheels. We'll leave it at that. Alright guys, enjoy this rainy, if you love the rain, enjoy the rainy day. I'm out of here. Peace.